What's up, everybody? It's your boy Sir Splash, and today we have the first matchup of my new versus battle series. This is narrative battles. Essentially, I'm going to take two characters, kind of go over what they've done in their own series, and try to evaluate who would win if they had the same author and the same verse in a battle. So it's a little different than, comparing their out of verse feats and trying to quantify and then stack them up against each other. So my two opponents for my first narrative battle matchup is Superman versus Thor, an already hotly contested topic, but now it's going to be kind of evaluated from a different angle. So starting off with Thor. Thor is an Asgardian, god of thunder, son of Odin. He came to Midgard, decided he liked it, found himself a chick there named Jane, who is unfortunately probably going to be the new Thor in the MCU, but that's a topic for later. Anyways, Thor has always been one of the hardest hitting members of the Avengers. He's been able to go up against Hulk on several occasions, over 20 times in fact in comics. Gore, the God Butcher, who was slaughtering gods across the Marvel verse, Thor was able to hold his own against for a little bit of time. Thor has been able to try and disable the God Bomb. Thor has been able to withstand attacks from classic Doctor Strange. Even though classic Doctor Strange wasn't trying to kill him, he was still able to withstand these abilities, such as manipulation of his soul. He has Mjolnir, the magical hammer, which gives him access to weather manipulation, fire manipulation, teleporting, flying, lightning blasts, regular energy blasts, energy absorption, things of that nature. He's been able to go toe-to-toe with Beta Ray Bill and be just fine. We've seen a weaker version of Thor go up against the Builders, Builders/Beyonders, very powerful beings. And on a consistent basis, Thor, when forced to, can reach a higher level than most characters on his tier. He'll either access through just simply not holding back, for example, when he fought an amped Juggernaut, or via Warrior's Madness, where he goes Berserker mode. On the other side of the coin, we have Clark Kent, Superman, one of my least favorite comic book characters. Now, Superman was a little baby, got sent away from Krypton, landed on Earth, was raised as a human, but obviously his powers manifested. His powers really come from the sun, which amps him, and he would go on to become Superman, the iconic symbol of hope. Now, important note is he literally is the symbol of humanity's hope. This is implied to mean you can't really kill Superman, especially in the latest comics, where because he is the symbol, he will just come back. Superman classically is one of the stronger members of the Justice League, right up there with Martian Manhunter and Shazam. He's been able to punch Brainiac so hard that every iteration of Brainiac across the multiverse felt the punch, which is absurd. He's been able to punch death itself in the face when it came for him. It was his own death, and he punched it away. He's been able to vibrate so fast he can go intangible and then punch you in the face. He's been able to go toe-to-toe with Darkseid. Avatar's a Darkseid, at least. He's been able to match characters like the Flash in speed, although Flash is faster. He's been able to match Shazam in speed. He's been able to withstand attacks that the other members of the Justice League could not take. And overall, he remains one of the most consistently powerful characters in the Justice League. And when he lets loose, he is one of the scarier characters in the Justice League because his strength, depending on the author, is almost unlimited. So, narratively, how would I see this fight shaping up if both these characters were to go at it? Well, I think the aggressor would definitely be Thor. Thor classically loves fights way more than Superman. And I would see him being the one pressing the issue in the battle, at least to start off. The hammer Mjolnir, we do know that classically Superman has a measure of weakness against magic. Really depends on the author, but it could be a slight weakness to could be a major issue in the battle. How this would shape up against Thor, I'd see it being a minor issue. If anything, it would probably just be used to encourage Superman to try harder in the battle. Thor would get his licks in first for sure. Superman would come back, bounce back. Both characters are capable of casually fighting within a star. I think Superman would take the battle to the actual sun, and this obviously would amp Superman. He would get stronger, battle back even harder. The question becomes, do I see narratively Thor absolutely letting loose? Not necessarily. The reason for this is most of the time Thor won't let loose unless he has confirmation that he's not fighting a mortal. Superman isn't going to show up, with paperwork saying, "Hey, I'm not mortal. I come from Krypton. I'm not a typical human or from Earth." For all Thor would know, Superman would come from a different Earth. And even if he asked him, Superman would probably tell him, "Yeah, I come from this Earth in DC." So I don't really trust the idea of Thor going all out sicko mode against Superman. And I definitely see Superman holding his own, getting stronger with the sun, and eventually surpassing Thor. I think narratively they would be similar in strength to start off, but I think Superman's going to get the edge in speed just because he's so absurdly fast. I don't see him, this, to be fair to Thor, because, I don't see Thor going all out narratively. I don't see Superman being able to pick up Mjolnir because Superman is weak sauce. But not only that, it's just Superman's not truly a warrior. Someone like Wonder Woman, yeah, definitely. I could see her picking it up in a battle. But Superman, I don't really see being able to pick up Mjolnir. But I do see him being able to take the attacks from Mjolnir. I think he's going to eventually speed blitz Thor and would probably point blank knock him out with his eye beams, or just mount his strength from the sun. Maybe an infinite mass punch if the author's a weenie. But yeah, overall, I favor Superman in a narrative battle 6 to 7 times out of 10 due to authors' tendencies to put Superman at a stupid level when he's pushed to the brink, mainly because, he's supposed to be the hope symbol of the verse. Anyways, let me know what you think, guys. Who you think would win narratively in a battle if they were put in the same verse. Personally, I favor Thor by like an absurd amount to Superman just as characters, but I do think Superman would be favored in the story. Make sure to join the Splashy Patreon Dollar Club. Only $1 a month. You can hit me up personally and talk to me on Discord. Like, subscribe, comment. We're almost at 2K. Love to get there soon. If you like the narrative battles, let me know down below. Anyways, it's been your boy Sir Splash, and I will see y'all later. Peace.